Okay, this is Rosato 2019, new label. And I always prefer to start with the rosé because it's very light, especially this vintage, only 12 in alcohol, and it's not too big in structure and body. So I think it's a good wine for starting the tasting, also for the acidity and freshness, very high acidity. And it's a rosé wine that tastes like a white wine with a good salinity in the end, in the aftertaste. And for all these reasons, it's better to start with the rosé testing.
Okay, it's great color as well, eh?
Yeah, very light color, only a few hours in touch with the skins. I remind you that's Sangiovese, 100%. Only Sangiovese from the younger vines.
And all from the Todi area or not?
Yeah, all is from the Todi area, the 15 hectares of the estate, and all in the Todi area. Yes, correct.
Okay. Very nice. Very elegant style.
Yeah, very elegant style. Yeah, I think
it's a little bit lighter than the 2018 or not?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is lighter, and even this year, the 2020, we are picking in these days the Sangiovese for the rosé 5 days in advance compared to last year harvest, because we want to preserve this light style, not very high in alcohol, light body and light color, and it should taste like a white wine.
Yeah, it's very nice, very elegant style.
Yeah,
very drinkable as well.
Very drinkable. It's very nice. The red fruits, small red fruits aromas, very delicate aromas. And about the new labels, Marcel, as you can see, the style we want to achieve is the style of more, the message we want to deliver is the message of a more artisanal wine. And we want to communicate this message through the labels. So they are handmade. And as you can see, there are the flowers, and one of the flowers is the Fior flower. So all the labels are connected to the Fior label. That's the only one we haven't changed, because we like very much that label, and also the wine, of course. And we want the main purpose was to connect all the other wines to the Fior and to create a family feeling within the range.
Yeah, it's only one line now, and that's very,
only one line.
Good.
You can recognize that the Bianco Fiordaliso and Fiore are connected. And before there was a much bigger distance between the Fiore, between the higher level and the entry level.
Yeah, that's right.
And we choose to put also the symbol of the ladybug on the entry-level wines, the front label, because the ladybug is the symbol of organic agriculture, and it's a message of biodiversity, and it wants to represent the biodiversity that we have in our estate with big respect for the soil, the environment, and the care that we have for our land.
Okay. And you're totally biological or not?
Yeah, totally biological, totally organic, with a very low intervention in the vineyards and in the winery.
Also vegan friendly, or?
Sorry?
Vegan friendly?
No, I mean, very low intervention in the vineyards and in the winery.
Okay. Shall we take the Fiordaliso?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with the Fiordaliso, 100% Grechetto.
The new
label, the ladybug.
100% Grechetto.
Yes, 100% Grechetto. And the grapes that we use for this wine are coming from the younger vines of Grechetto, the 10 up to 12 years old vines. And we don't age this wine in the oak, only stainless steel. We want to preserve freshness and fruitiness. Another very easy drinking wine. It's very light and elegant. good aromas. The 2019 was a great vintage because we had in late August and September a lot of excursion between day and night. So it means that we have a good development of aromas.
Okay. And what was the idea behind to switch off totally the Trebbiano and now 100% Grechetto in the Fiordaliso?
Few vintages ago, we had a small percentage of Trebbiano, and now we are trying to do 100% Trebbiano. We are trying to do some attempts of vinification. So the Fiordaliso should be within the range, the small brother of the Fiorfiore. And then maybe one day we can release a 100% Trebbiano Spoletino.
Okay. Very nice. Also very elegant. Great acidity.
Great acidity. And what I really love is it's the salinity and the minerality that you have in the There is a nice twist. And I think this wine is perfect if you want to drink it by itself or if you want to pair with some food.
It's more approachable now, the 2019, as it was before.
Yeah,
that's my opinion in the wine, and I think it's better for a bigger group of clients. It's very good. I like it very much. It's great.
Thank you, Marcel. And I always say that the Fiordaliso it's a easy wine, easy but not simple. So easy to drink, very easy to approach, but it's not not simple means that there is a kind of complexity, a good texture, and in the mouth you have a good a good viscosity of the wine. So easy but not simple.
No, great, very good, very good.
Okay, let's go with the
Fiorfiore.
Fiorfiore 2018. That was one of the most beautiful vintages I did in my quick career as a winemaker. 2015 and 2016 are that kind of perfect vintage where our job is basically nothing. We just have to bring in a winery very healthy fruits and then to do our job very without a strong intervention. When you have great fruits, our job is very easy. It's simple.
Okay.
And the Fiorfiore is a single vineyard of Grechetto, old vines, more than 30 years old vines of the G5 clone of Grechetto, that is the Grechetto from Todi. Because I want to remind that the Grechetto is a local variety, indigenous variety from the Todi appellation, from the Todi area that's native from this territory. And the Fiorfiore is our small crew of Grechetto. It's the best part of the Grechetto vineyards that we have. So we want to do we want to isolate this vineyard and to make a single wine from a single vineyard. And we aged the wine for 12 months in big barrels of Slavonian oak. But in this vintage, there is something new. So there is a 10% of wine that we aged in the amphoras. It's not the normal amphoras, the Georgian style amphoras where there is a lot of oxidation, because I don't like that style. This is a kind of amphora that's where the clay is cooked in the oven for a very long time and very high temperature, more than 1,250 degrees Celsius degrees. So what is the result? Is that the amphora looks like a glass. So the high temperature can close the porosity of the amphoras, and there is a very small amount of oxygen getting into the amphora. Is a perfect container for aging the wine, but without giving the flavor of the oak, for example. The oak has the problem, especially if you use new barrique, you can age the wine in the barrique, and it's okay for oxygenating the wine. but you transfer a flavor to the wine. The flavor that can be spicy flavor or vanilla flavor. In the case of this special amphora that's made in Italy in Trentino Alto Adige, you can create the same oxygenation of a barrique, but without transferring a flavor. It's very new.
And it's more energetic, I think. It's
more, correct. It's energetic. It's very interesting because when you taste the wines aged in the amphora, you have a very good amount of structure and a very interesting touch in the mouth, very high viscosity. So the wine is a very wine with a very elegant texture. But in the meantime, you can preserve the acidity and freshness, and you can improve the minerality in the wine. So even if in the Fiorfiore we have only a 10% that's aged in the amphora, I think it's a small touch that makes sense for creating a more appealing wine.
It's a great wine. It's got a nice silkiness as well, a nice complexity, very good acidity, very well structured, but everything within a great balance.
Yeah, great balance. I think this is the best way to describe this wine. The balance on the Fiorfiore is excellent.
It's marvelous.
Yeah, this vintage.
Okay, we move on, I guess.
Yeah, we have the Melograno next.
Melograno, 2018.
2018. It's a new label, and it's a Sangiovese, 100%. Very similar style compared to Fiordaliso. So what we want to achieve is a concept of simple and easy drinking, fruity and fresh wine. It's all Sangiovese, 100% Sangiovese, all stainless steel. So we don't age this wine in the oak, and we do a semi-carbonic maceration. So basically, we ferment the wine with the technique of the carbonic maceration, not crushing the grapes, but full bunches.
Okay.
And with the help
of... But you crush them, so not intracellular...
We don't crush. We don't press the grapes. It's full bunches.
Full bunches, In a closed cuve?
Yeah, we close the tank. We put CO2 inside for starting the fermentation. And that's a perfect way for extracting more fruitiness and for achieving a very smooth and elegant red wine.
Melograno 2018.
Yeah. Melograno 2018, it's 100% Sangiovese from the younger vines. And we do a vinification that's made with a carbonic maceration. So it means that we don't crush, we don't press the grapes. We just use the full bunches, introducing some CO2 in the tank, and then the fermentation can start spontaneously, so without the addition of commercial yeast. And the idea of the carbonic maceration is ideal for making soft, elegant, and very fruity wine. It's the Beaujolais style.
Yeah. Very nice. Very approachable as well.
Yeah. Correct. What do you think, Marcel, about the new look of the wines, the new labels? Do you think it's a good improvement? There is a stronger connection between the wine and the labels?
100%. I like it very, very much. I think it's what you called it. It's now one family. People recognize when they had the Fiore, and they see the Fiordaliso, they say, okay, there must be a connection. So now I think it's much better for the people who don't know the background of the vineyard and your presentation, now they can connect easily in their own thought. I think, and it's very elegant style as well as the wines as well as also. So yeah, it's very good combination.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Great job.
Thank you. I appreciate. Okay.
And now the Il Roccafiore, I guess.
Il Roccafiore, yes, correct.
The 17.
The 17. So here we renew the both label and the bottle. So very new wine in terms of looking, but it's the same Sangiovese that you know. It's our 100% Sangiovese, very elegant.
Excuse me, I had to do once more because it's my favorite wine.
Okay. So a little bit more. And yes, 100% Sangiovese. It's a single vineyard, so same concept of Fior. We use the older vines that we have in the vineyards. It's almost 25 years old vines, and we age the wine for 2 years in large barrels of Slavonian oak. It's neutral oak because we have been using the same barrels for more than 20 years. So it's a kind of oak where there is not an impact in terms of flavor, and it's very neutral. I think it's a perfect combination between wine, the Sangiovese wine, that's a very delicate and elegant grape, and a neutral oak, because with a neutral oak you can respect the fruit of the Sangiovese, you can respect the DNA of the Sangiovese without covering too much the flavor of the grape.
That's right. It's a very, as the whole line is now, it's very elegant style. It's very well balanced. It's very drinkable. It's got a nice ripeness on the mid palate. It's got a nice fruitiness. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very juicy, so it's very interactive in the mouth. It stays to keep your mind up and to say, oh wow, I've got a beautiful wine in my mouth. So it's great. I like it very much, very much.
Thank you. And
nice way of complexity in it as well.
Okay, correct. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, consider that for this specific wine, the 2017 was a really hard vintage, because we had to face the lack of rain, the frozen in April, so very hot, super hot summer. I think the hottest summer that we have in the past 50 years. So it was very hard to make an elegant Sangiovese. And in this case, you have a little bit more of alcohol compared to the past vintages. So you have a little bit more structure. But in general, I think we did a miracle achieving this style of elegant wine, but with a little bit more body, a little bit more full in the body.
Yeah, but it's a great style. And I like it very much because of the very soft tannins in it. It's got a nice structure as well. And well, what I already mentioned, it's a very nice balanced wine. Even in this very hard year.
Yeah, it is.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay. What's next? The prova d'autore, I think?
Sì.
The big one.
2016.
2016? Yes.
Yeah.
Another great vintage, like 18 or like 19. And the prova d'autore is a blend of Sangiovese, Sagrantino, and Montepulciano. So we basically put together 3 great red grapes from Umbria and from Italy in general, the Sangiovese and the Montepulciano, from all over central Italy, and the Sagrantino is the local grape that's famous for being the most tannic grape in the world, like the French.
Yeah.
The big dog, a big dog.
Big dog, yeah. And how was the percentage of the grapes?
50% of Sangiovese, 25 Sagrantino, 25 Montepulciano.
Okay.
And then we aged the wine for 2 years in French barrique, but it's not new oak. We are using second and third passage barrique. Only a small percent is new oak.
Okay. Nice.
Here you can find more Umbrian style. There is it's a little bit bigger,
More extraction.
Richer, more extraction. Correct. There you can find the tannicity of the Sagrantino. The tannins are there, but in the meantime, you have a wine that aged for a long time in the oak and a long time in the bottle. So now I think it's in a perfect shape. It's very elegant and very nice to drink. Now.
Very nice, but it's also very strong and what you said, well structured. And you don't think that you are going to renew this label as well, or?
Yeah, I think so. Next year, it's the time of the Prova d'autore that I think will be looking as the Fior and Roccafiore with the same tiny and vertical label.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was a great tasting, Luca. Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Very impressed about the quality.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I'm glad. I'm glad, and thanks a lot for tasting and for talking with me.
Yeah, sure. I always love talking with you and drinking with you together. So,
I miss you. We haven't met at Provine as usual. So
no.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you and the team again at Provine, or maybe I hope you can come back to visit me in Umbria.
Yeah, that would be lovely. And I have to send all the regards from Harry to you. So, all the best for you and your team, and we keep in contact.
Yeah, okay.
And all the best also with your vintage and everything now.
Thank you.
No stress. Drink a nice glass of wine.